Hey everybody, it's Eric with Low VA Rates, sporting my custom Low VA Rates red swag. I want to give some of this stuff away. We've got a closet full of them. This is no joke. Had my kids come to the office during quarantine when nobody was here, and they helped us clean out that swag closet, and we were shocked at how much swag we have. So if you want some of your own, comment below and ask us how you can get some. You better wear it every Friday though if we send it to you. Before I forget, speaking of red, there's a red subscribe button down to the right corner of your screen. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe so that every time we come out with new content, you can be the first to know. And then of course, share it with everybody you know that would benefit. We've talked about 2 of the 3 changes the VA made about, 12 to 18 months ago in regards to their refinance programs. We've talked about recouping closing costs. We've talked about net tangible benefit. And today we're going to bring all this home with seasoning. I always make this joke. It's lame. It's dry. I'm not a funny guy. But I'm not talking about like garlic salt, garlic powder, all that stuff I love putting on my steaks when I'm Traegering them out on the grill all summer long. Seasoning in this aspect refers to time in loan, okay? The mortgage world, we use certain terms sometimes, and seasoning seems to be the word for making sure someone's been in their loan long enough. So the other 2 changes we talked about that the VA made were implemented to protect the veteran. Also protect the lender and to also protect the VA's home loan program. There were people taking advantage of it. Very few, if any, were abusing it. It was just the program had been the same for so many years. It was time, as it is in life, to just tighten it up a little bit and make some necessary changes. And what was happening, and it would still be happening today if it weren't for these changes, interest rates were falling so quickly that you would see somebody go from, let's just say, 5%. Actually, I love real stories. Let me just give you a real story. I got into the mortgage world in 2001. Interest rates were at 8 1/4. I know this because we bought a condo after college. It was my first step into entrepreneurship. I went out and got 3 roommates who were going to cover my mortgage payment for me. So I didn't really care about the 8 1/4 because as far as I was concerned, I was getting a condo and I was living in it for free. I remember that rate because I immediately started doing mortgages when I graduated. And interest rates quickly went down to like 7 1/4. And then I'm not going to give you the whole timeline, but it was 2000. 2000 is when I graduated. 2001, it's now 2020. So over 20 years, we saw all the way down to right now, in certain situations, we have veterans getting 2 1/4 on a 30-year fix. Now look what happens here. That is a massive amount of downward trending interest rates. As I mentioned in a couple other videos, we may even go negative. That would be below 0. If that happens, I guess I'm gonna sleep here. And we're gonna do videos like every few hours of the day because people will be lined up. If you're not lined up to do a refinance right now, you should be, unless you're already down in the low 2s. But I don't want to digress. Back to this seasoning. When interest rates fall so quickly, and that's what just happened with COVID, people want to refinance and they want to take advantage, but there are closing costs involved. We've talked about that. And lenders make money when they do loans, but there's also bond investors that buy these mortgages and they lose money if the loans are refinancing too quickly. So it's a balancing act. At the end of the day, veterans want the lowest rate, as do civilians, that they can get on a mortgage. So what the VA did, we wrap it up right here, is they said, that's great. If interest rates are going to keep falling and you can get the net tangible benefit of the lower rate and you can recoup your closing costs in 36 months, the last test you need to make sure you do is you have to wait 6 months. I'm actually going to do this different. It's not even just 6 months. It's 6 payments and 210 days. So I'm going to explain it right now, but my handwriting is horrible, so I'm not going to write anymore. If you closed on January 1st of 2020 up in the mid 3s, because that's where rates were, and here we are in June, let's just say we're 6 months into the year, and when you're watching this video, these dates may not even matter, but fast forward 6 months, if you've made 6 payments, you're almost there, but you also have to wait 210 days from the date your first payment was due. So if you closed in January, but your first payment wasn't actually due until March, well then look, you got to make your March payment, that's 1, April, May, June, July, August. You would have to wait until August before you could refinance if your first payment was due in March. And you'd have to go to a calculator. There's a really nifty calculator out on Google. All you have to do is type in days from date calculator, and you'd go in and you'd put March 1st, that's when your payment was due, and then you would put 210 days. That's the soonest you can refinance your VA mortgage, whether it's a cash out or a streamline. If you don't wait 210 days and have made 6 payments, doesn't matter if you're dropping your rate 5 points, doesn't matter if you're recouping your closing costs in 1 month, you have to be patient and you have to wait. One exception to this: if you refinance into a conventional or FHA loan out of a VA loan, well, then the VA can't impose their rules or guidelines on you. This is if you want to refinance a VA loan into a VA cash out or into a VA IRRRL, you have to fully season. Hopefully that was clear. If not, you can always ask questions. We will respond quickly. We love the interaction and the feedback on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.